countdown to Election Day 2024 continues, and welcome back to Local Decision here on North Metro TV. I'm Eric Nelson, and joining us in studio, Sharon Weighous, running for City Council in Spring Lake Park. Sharon, thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely.
And we'll start out with letting you tell the viewers about yourself and why you want to make the jump to the council.
Well, I'm 47 years old. I'm a stay-at-home mom that homeschools our 8-year-old daughter. I just believe that you need to be passionate about your community and that, you know, the little things matter. And I feel like being part of the city council is a good stepping stone in order to make big changes in sometimes it seems like small ways, and then it, you know, steamrolls into bigger things. And I want to make a change in our city, our area, make it the best it can be.
Yeah, and when you say little things, what exactly do you mean by that?
I feel like just it's the little things that, like, if you can get, anytime you can get a group of people together to do even little things, like clean up the block or, you know, make a smaller function or do co-op with each other for homeschooling or just anything, like the little Valentine's parties that we have for the kids, the daddy-daughter dances. The people that help and organize those things and bring those things to life, they might not seem like big things that are like newsworthy, but they are big things to the kids, the community, to the parents, to the dads that sometimes don't get recognitions. And, you know, the moms can get a little help with like the co-op and helping with their children and things of that nature.
You've been on the Planning Commission in Spring Lake Park. What did you learn during that period of time?
Well, it's been 3 years, and I enjoy doing it a lot. I enjoy seeing the different members of the community coming in front of us, asking for either to be able to change things on their property lines or help make their houses better or what they feel is better. And it's a learning curve. I never sat on a commission like that. I've never sat there and had to make decisions that really can affect other people's livelihoods in ways that I wouldn't understand without have been there. Mm-hmm. And it's important to take your voting important enough to, like, not just hastily do it, to investigate and to read all the information, and to also, like, go to the site of where maybe they are wanting to do changing or something like that. So you have, like, not just the piece of paper in front of you, you have a visual idea of what's being asked of you.
So what do you think is going well in Spring Lake Park right now?
I think all the things that I've said that I want to make better are already great, but how can we do better with it? Like the father-daughter dance is just something my daughter enjoys so much. And I feel like that we can we make it grander? How much, you know, can we make our parks and recreations? They are do so much. We have so many nice little spots throughout Spring Lake Park to just go and have a quiet moment, or I go jogging and running with my daughter. We go down to the duck pond that's literally at the end of our street. And it's like some communities don't have those things right next to their backyard, basically. And those things are great. I just want to make sure we can maintain them. And if they need anything extra to help build it to a bigger, you know, or grander way, I would love to be able to help them with it.
How much value do you put on a park system in a city like Spring Lake Park?
I think it's pretty important, honestly, because our park systems are like maybe underlooked or things like that, but they are beautiful. Able Park just got redone, and the park is amazing. It's geared for all age children. They have the basketball hoops for the teenagers. They redid the warming shelter so that they can do the skating and things like that. They're going to do the pumpkin fall thing there and have all that kind of stuff. And those kind of places, and when they did like the movies in the park and things like that, we went and did those with my daughter, and she loved it. Like it's like I said, it might not seem like a big thing to
Yeah.
other people, but like to the kids, to me, to see her smiling and having a great day, that means everything to me.
What would make the city better, in your opinion?
Just how else can we come together? What else can we do together to push forward, like to keep our city clean, to make sure, you know, people are maintaining their yards, to maybe dog and pet control. I think that that's something maybe I would like to look into, maybe having somebody be able to be specifically designated to animal control, because we don't have an animal control. We have the police officers that kind of do that, but we don't have a specific person like that is animal control.
Right.
And I think that that's a big thing, because it's safety for our children, safety for parents, and or not, just being able to walk in, being in your streets. And I love to see more police presence, just being able to patrol and things like that. So I think that maybe supplying more funding towards the police department and school department would be beneficial as well.
So the city has set a preliminary tax levy at around 15%, an increase from a year ago. Is it necessary? Will you vote for the budget if the levy stops at the preliminary level? Where do you fall on all that?
So I have read some of the information regarding that. I am not very versed in taxation of the cities and stuff like that. This is, like I said, my first time looking at it. However, I believe that the taxes do have to go up as the cost of living does type of change. We shouldn't be taxing so much that it would be, you know, a hardship on our community. But sometimes the taxes are necessary in order to get some of the things that we actually want, because the money just doesn't grow on a tree. We can't just go pick it off a tree and say, okay, now here you go, you can go build this or do that. So it has to come from somewhere, but it shouldn't be to burden our community as well. So I feel like that there to be a fine line. I feel like that that's not such an excessive increase that it would that it's astronomical or that it's undoable. I feel like that it's pretty much, I feel like that's pretty much almost the bare minimum that you would be able to do with and have the things that we want.
When you look at the city budget, what are your priorities?
I'm very big on education. I believe that knowledge is power, and our children are going to be our future. If we don't teach them, guide them, lead them into having some sort of like understanding of the world, not a political world or anything like that, but just like understanding life, that will make them better people in our community, and they will strive to want to make the world a better place. Like I said, small things turn into big things, and our children are the things that are going to make big things happen. I really believe that.
The demographics in Spring Lake Park have changed over the last couple of decades. How can you meet the needs of everybody, make every citizen feel welcome?
Well, I don't know if you can make everybody happy all the time, right? But our goal is, or my goal is, to make everyone feel included and welcome, and give resources to people that might not know that there are things that can be done to help them, or activities for their children, school programs, and like the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, all these different activities. Especially, we have so many things going on over the summer that they have for parents and grandparents and kids and things like that. If we can make sure other people know, that also not only brings a bond between their children or their grandchildren and themselves, but it also brings a bond because you're sitting next to somebody else that you might not have known, and you can meet your neighbor kind of thing. And it's important to reach out, like when new people move in on our block, my daughter or I will go and introduce ourselves, meet the new kids or whatever, and you love it because she just thinks it's great to have all new friends. And even if there is no new kids with them, it's nice to meet new people. Like, everybody has something to offer, what can they offer, not necessarily to just the city, but just as friends.
Yeah. What are your favorite things to do in Spring Lake Park?
Oh, I went to the daddy-daughter dance with, we did it as more like a family time, but I brought my whole family, like people from my mom and dad from Inver Grove Heights. They brought, my sisters and brothers brought their kids, and we just had a great time with that. We go down to the duck pond at Triangle Park and kind of play around with seeing all the different ducks and the geese there, and my daughter kind of wrangles them or tries to. We try not to feed them and things like that to keep them nice and healthy. And I love jogging and walking and biking through our community and just seeing, we'll say, oh, what's your favorite house you've seen today? Or what's your favorite car you see? And we just explore. There are many different things. Abel Park is right down the street. The movie in the park thing was a huge thing in our house. We just thought it was great. Bring the chairs, kind of did a little picnic, and just had a pretty fun activity, inexpensive, and you just have a good time.
What's the presence of Hy-Vee meant to the city over the last few years now that it's anchored in Spring Lake Park?
Hy-Vee is pretty awesome. They've done some pretty cool outreaches themselves with like having Santa. They had the Easter Bunny. They try to include things like that. They have like the food truck sometimes in their lot and stuff like that. And I feel like that it's been an opportunity for employment for people in our community. And it's also, I believe in fair competition too, gives Cub a little bit of a fair competition. So you might get a better deal at Hy-Vee, you might get a better deal at Cub. But hey, they're providing a great service in our neighborhood. The kids enjoy all the little things, and the job opportunities were a pretty great thing to have.
What do you want to accomplish if you're elected to the Spring Lake Park City Council?
I'd like to make sure that the Parks and Recreation Department keeps a great budget so that they can maintain the awesome job they're doing. I also want to make sure that the school system is providing the best opportunities that they can get from us via financially helping them. And I know how hard teachers work. I'm a homeschool teacher, but our school systems, the teachers need assistance. They need to feel that they matter, and I think that that's important too. And the police presence in our community and fire department and things of those things, they are important in our community to know that they're there, but they need to make sure that they feel like they're needed and wanted and respected too. And I feel like the budgeting for those things would increase community.
Tell the viewers why they should vote for you.
I'm not a politician. I don't know anything about like all of the ins and outs of all of this as far as that's concerned. But I do think I'm passionate about our community, our children, our future. And I feel like the children are the future of our community. And I will put that foremost on my list, that, that together we can do awesome things in our city. And so I think that's a pretty good reason.
Are you out knocking on doors?
I am I just got my door hangers. I have to pick them up tomorrow actually. And I'm going to start going to do that, and I'm going to start knocking on doors and getting to know some people. When we go on our bike rides and stuff like that, I always wave at people and say hi or stop. And so I have met a lot of people that way. And I'm hoping that my name and my values mean something, because I think it's core home values make a difference.
All right, well, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's Sharon Weighous, running for City Council in Spring Lake Park, and this is Local Decision 2024.